the Eagles are having a joint practice right now with the New England Patriots of all teams.
Patriots.
First off, I can't remember Andy Reid having joint practices.
Ever.
Did you ever have joint practices?
Ever. Never had a joint practice. Never had the opportunity to practice with another team in my whole NFL career, my 10-year career. Never did it.
All right. So not with the Jets, obviously not with the Jags either. Would you have liked to have done that? What do you think you would have gotten out of that as a player?
It would have been cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure practices would have been chippy. A chance to beat up on somebody else, a chance to break up the monotony, and with preseason being the way that it is this year, just to have something different. And the fact that, you get a chance to see Cam Newton out there, get a chance to see Cam Newton every day. And, looking at the Eagles roster, that whole Auburn, Alabama thing, you got 5 Alabama players on the team? And then you got Mac Jones up there in New England. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be something to behold. All the pictures that are going to be taken from all the people that don't get a chance to see Alabama up there in Philadelphia. So, yeah, it's going to be a Roll Tide reunion. So that should be pretty fun.
Of course, that there was that whole Super Bowl thing against the Patriots, not the one most recently, but the one in 2005, the year 2005, following the 2004 season. How do you look back on that?
You talking about the year that we lost?
Yeah.
I mean, man, listen.
When you look at Bill Belichick, do you admire him, or are you like, oh, that bastard?
He's a hell of a coach. No question about that. I know Philadelphia fans, once they see this, they're probably going to formulate their own opinions behind that. I'm okay with that. Everybody's going to look at it differently. But when you look at what they were able to accomplish, man, they are the reason why people are so spoiled when it comes to championships and why people have the unrealistic expectations that they have from their clubs, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, whatever professional sport.
Because they're the mold.
When you look at what the New England Patriots did for so long, and then on top of that, to add insult to injury, Tom Brady leave the Patriots and go to Tampa Bay and wins another Super Bowl like in his first year there. People really, really think that you can just wake up and it just happens like that. Mm. There's a lot of work that goes into that, man. There's a lot of things that have to go your way to win championships, and it doesn't always happen like that. But you can't tell people that. When you look at the excellence that they've had over the years and the excellence that Tom Brady's had over the years, you can't sit there and tell anybody, hey, man, it doesn't happen like that regularly. It doesn't. But he is the exception to the rule. So that's why people feel the way that they feel when it comes to any team. That's why when you talk about super teams in the NBA, you talk about the Lakers. Even though they're a lot older squad, I would be willing to bet that they are the favorites to win the championship next year because of the players that they've amassed, regardless if they play together or not, just because of the talent that they bring to the table. That's what it is, because people tend to forget about all the intangibles that go into that. And one of the biggest ones was last year. Think about it. The Lakers were injured. They got injured down the stretch. They were banged up. LeBron was banged up for a long time, and they were injury riddled throughout damn near the whole season. Things like that, man, those intangibles, you can't account for those. But like I said, the Patriots did a tremendous job of when they had them, they were able to roll through them, and Tom Brady did a great job. So, yeah, we will never see a run like that again, ever.
All right. Well, would you have played for Bill Belichick?
Would I have? Probably in my older career, yeah.
Okay. So in your latter stages of your career, you played? Because
there's no, for me, even though I got drafted by the Jets, I would probably say I'm more tied to Philadelphia, to be honest. So it's not like I don't think it would have been any conflict as far as going to play for the Patriots, as opposed to, say, probably playing for the Giants.
Gotcha.
Something like that. So it would have been no conflict. And I think at that point in my career, I probably would have better understood Coach Belichick, because in my younger days when he was with the New York Jets, couldn't stand him at all, because I felt like they had a formula and a way of doing things that I just didn't fit, and I didn't like that.
Wait, well, I'm sorry. Did you guys overlap? You guys didn't overlap.
Yes, they were there. He was the coach in, I think it was, I want to say 98, for like a half a day.
That's right. Okay, because
he was the coach for like half a day.
Right. And then what did he do?
Parcells came in and became the coach, and Belichick became the defensive coordinator.
Okay. All right. Because I thought you started under
started under Kotite.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's where I'm missing it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They brought in Parcells.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So but as a young player, didn't know any better. I thought it was all about me. So as I got older and realized, what he was trying to accomplish, I'd play for Coach Belichick.
All right. So can you give me an example of you and Belichick butting heads early on, or just not getting what he's doing?
They had me playing in a 3-4 defense, right? So I was the defensive end in a 3-4. But as you know, in a 3-4 defense, you're playing head up and you're two gapping. So you have a two-way go. That means you had an A gap and the B gap, respectfully, and wherever the ball goes, that's where you're supposed to shed your guy and protect that gap. I was out there freelancing. I was out there, shooting gaps, penetrating. I was playing more of an up the hill defense instead of playing on a line of scrimmage. And that was not what they wanted me to do. So I was breaking down the integrity of the defense when I was out there. And I was just being unruly. It was a couple times. I remember we played the Cincinnati Bengals and we won the game. And he went to shake my hand, and I just kind of looked at him and walked away. Like I was that guy. I had a little bit of an attitude because I was out there getting my head beat in every week by guys that were like 3 or 4 inches taller than me, and I weighed by at least 60 pounds. So I was not a happy camper. I was definitely not a happy camper to be going into that heavyweight bout every week. So I had a little bit of an attitude. And that's why they shipped my ass to Philadelphia.